Nora sat in the cold room. She wore plain cloth, gray and rough against her skin. The fabric scratched, like her life. Her sister Emma shone like the sun. Bright yellow dress, smooth silk, perfect curls that caught the light. The family gathered around Emma. They praised her beauty, her grace, her charm. But when they looked at Nora, their faces changed. Plain, her mother whispered. Too quiet. What use is she? Her father sighed deeply. Heavy, like a weight dropped on stone. You cannot catch a man, they said to Nora. Not like this. The words cut. Sharp, deep. They forced Nora to serve Emma, to stand behind her, to fade into shadow. Go with her. Sit behind her. Stay quiet, her mother ordered. Nora knew this was her punishment, for being born wrong, for not being enough. She was not free. She was not wanted. She was just there. Emma laughed at something. Sweet bells in the air. Their mother smiled with pride, pure joy on her face. But when she looked at Nora, nothing. Cold eyes, empty heart. Nora looked down. Her chest hurt, a tight band around her ribs. She could not breathe right. They planned to wed Emma to a duke. A grand match. A dream for most girls. But for Nora, it felt cruel, like watching someone else live the life she would never have. She was just a shadow by Emma's side. A gray ghost in a bright world. The mirror showed her truth each morning. Mousy brown hair, plain brown eyes, pale skin. Nothing special, nothing wanted. You must try harder, her mother said. But how? How could she change her face? Her voice? Her very soul? Nora told herself the same thing each day. Stay quiet. Do not hope. Do not dream. But deep down, one thought burned like a flame. Why can they not see me too? She had a heart. She had feelings. She had dreams locked away in a small box inside her chest. But no one cared to look. No one cared to ask. She was the spare daughter, the extra one, the mistake. Soon Emma would marry. Soon Nora would be left behind. Alone, forgotten. The thought made her stomach twist, her hands shake. Was this all her life would be? Serving others, hiding in corners, never being seen. She closed her eyes and made one small wish. Please, she whispered to no one. Let someone see me, just once. Section 2, Male Character Intro. Target 600 words. Far away, the Duke paced his halls. His name was Tyler, Duke of Ashford. A title heavy with history. He looked strong from the outside. Tall frame, broad shoulders, dark hair that fell across his brow. But inside, his heart was soft, tender, easily hurt. He did not care for gold or pride. These things felt empty to him. Cold. People called him stern. They said he stayed alone too much, that he did not smile enough. But Tyler saw things with sharp eyes, clear sight that cut through lies. He saw truth in small acts, in quiet kindness, in gentle words. The marriage contract sat on his desk, heavy paper. Official seals. Emma's name was written in neat script. He agreed to meet her, to do his duty, but his heart felt nothing for this arrangement. He had no love for games, for pretense, for the dance of courtship. That meant nothing. Secret pain rested in his chest, deep, old, like a wound that never healed right. He lost his family young. Mother has a fever, father to grief, sister to the same sickness that took them all. He learned early, people leave, hearts break, trust die. The servants whispered about his coldness, his distance. They did not understand, but Tyler was not cold. Not really. He was careful, guarded, afraid. He valued honesty above all else. Truth spoken plain, no masks, no lies. He prized inner worth, the beauty that came from within, from kindness, from strength. He dreamed to meet someone with a kind heart, someone real, someone who would not leave. His study held books on healing, on helping others, on making the world better. He gave money to the poor, helped families in need. But he did it quietly, secret. People thought him cold because they could not see his heart. But it beat strong, warm, ready to love if he could find the right person. The right woman would not want his title, his money, his name. She would want him, just him. He walked to his window, looked out at rolling green fields. Somewhere out there was she waiting. The meeting with Emma was set. 3 days from now. His stomach twisted with dread. Another pretty face, another empty smile, another heart that wanted everything except him. But duty called. Honor demanded it. He would go. He would meet her. He would try. But in his deepest heart, he hoped for something more. Something real. Something true. Someone who could see past his walls. Past his fear. Someone who could heal the old wounds. Fill the empty spaces. Someone like no one he had ever met. He picked up the contract again, read Emma's name, but his heart whispered a different hope. Let there be more than this. Please. Section 3, First Meeting. Target 700 words. Night came soft. Candles burned bright in crystal holders. Light danced on silk walls. The grand ballroom filled with the finest families. Jewels caught the light. Silk rustled like leaves. Nora and Emma entered together. But it felt like Emma entered, and Nora just followed. The hall was full of watching eyes. Hungry stares. Curious whispers. All looked to Emma. She smiled perfectly. Practiced. Bright as the morning sun. Her dress was blue silk. Deep as ocean water. It made her eyes shine like stars. Nora stayed small in the corner. Gray dress. Gray thoughts. Gray heart. Her hands shook like autumn leaves. She tried to still them, but they would not listen. The crowd parted like water. Someone was coming. Then Tyler arrived. Tall, dark coat that fit him perfectly. Each step calm, steady, sure. His presence filled the room. Strong, quiet, real. He walked toward Emma. The crowd held its breath, waiting, watching. This was the moment. The meeting everyone came to see. Emma lifted her chin, smiled wider, ready for her victory. But then, something changed. Tyler's eyes moved. Slow. Careful. Past Emma's bright smile. Past her perfect curls. Past her shining dress. His gaze found Nora. And he stopped, silent, still as still. Their eyes met across the crowded room. Brown eyes to brown eyes. Heart to heart. Time seemed to pause. The world went quiet. Then Tyler moved again, but not toward Emma. He walked to Nora, each step, sure, purpose in his movement. The crowd gasped. Feet shuffled. Whispers rose like wind. What is he doing? Someone hissed. Tyler stopped before Nora, close enough to see her fear, her surprise, her wonder. He bowed, low, deep, respectful, not to Emma, not to the family, to Nora. My lady, he said. His voice was warm. Honey, deep river water, safe harbor. Nora's heart raced like wild horses. Why her? Why not Emma? She looked behind her. Surely he meant someone else. But no one stood there. His gaze stayed firm, steady on her face, like she was the only person in the room. Emma's perfect smile cracked, just a little, like ice in spring. Their mother's face went white, then red, then white again. Your Grace, Nora whispered. Her voice came out small, scared, but real. Would you honor me with a dance? Tyler asked. The words hit the room like thunder. No one moved. No one breathed. Emma was supposed to dance first. That was the plan. The agreement. But Tyler's hand reached out, palm up, waiting. Nora looked at that hand. Strong fingers, gentle offer, choice. For the first time in her life, someone chose her first. Her small hand touched his larger one. Warm skin, steady grip. He led her to the center of the floor. The crowd parted again. But this time, for her, the music began. Soft violin, sweet notes that floated like dreams. Tyler danced with care. He did not press, did not push. He let her find her way. Why me? Nora whispered as they moved. Tyler's eyes were kind, honest. Because you are real, he said simply. Those 4 words changed everything. For the first time, Nora felt seen, truly seen. Not as Emma's shadow, not as the spare daughter, not as the plain one, as herself. As Nora. The dance ended too soon. Something had started. Something new. Something that felt like hope. Tyler bowed again. Thank you, he said. Like she had given him a gift. He walked away then. Duty called him to greet Emma, to be polite. But his eyes found Nora's once more across the room. And in that look, she saw promise. She saw possibility. She saw a future she never dared to dream. Section 4, Daily Life Begins. Target 800. 3 days passed, like a slow river. Then the carriage came. Nora's few things fit in one small trunk. Plain dresses, simple books, a pressed flower from their garden. The ride to Tyler's estate was long, quiet. Her heart beat fast the whole way. She feared it at first. These strange halls, new faces, different rules. What if she did something wrong? What if he changed his mind? But Tyler met her at the door. He smiled softly. Real, like sunrise after a storm. Welcome home, he said. Home, The word felt warm in her chest. He showed her through the house, room by room, patient, kind. "This is the library," he said. Books lined every wall, floor to ceiling, more books than she had ever seen. Her eyes went wide. "May I read them?" "They are yours now too," Tyler said. Simple as that. The dining room held a long table. But Tyler pulled out a chair at the small table by the window. "I thought you might like the morning light," he said. He had thought of her, planned for her comfort. No one ever did that before. Days took on a new rhythm. Gentle, peaceful. Tyler showed small acts of care. He pulled her chair when she sat. He poured her tea before his own. He asked if she was warm enough, if she needed anything, if she was happy. Nora blushed each time. She did not know why he cared, but he did. She walked in the garden each morning. Roses and herbs grew wild together. Beautiful chaos. Tyler joined her often. He did not talk much, but his presence felt safe. He asked her soft things. About her dreams, her fears, her thoughts on simple matters. He listened closely, really listened. Like her words had value. He never spoke harshly, never raised his voice, never made her feel small. This confused her. Men were supposed to be hard, cold, demanding, but Tyler was gentle. Nora found work to do. She could not sit idle. That felt wrong. She helped Mrs. Chen in the kitchen. The cook was kind. Round face. Warm laugh. "You have good hands for this," Mrs. Chen said as Nora kneaded bread. Nora learned to use herbs, to heal small cuts, to make tea for headaches. She mended torn cloth, fixed broken buttons. Small tasks that felt important. Her fingers were clever, quick. They remembered how to help. One evening, Tyler came to the kitchen. He looked tired. "Warm. Your Grace," Mrs. Chen said. "Miss Nora made soup. It will help your cold." Tyler looked surprised. "You made this?" Nora nodded. "Shy. Just simple soup. Nothing special." He tasted it slowly, his eyes closed. "It is perfect," he said. Something warm bloomed in Nora's chest. Pride, joy, purpose. She could do things. Good things. Useful things. More days passed. Nora grew braver. She explored more rooms, met more servants. They were kind to her, respectful. They called her Miss and meant it. One maid named Sarah whispered one day, "He likes you, Miss. Really likes you." Nora laughed softly. "Not me, Sarah. I am nothing special." But Sarah shook her head. "You see how he looks at you? Like you are sunshine itself." Nora's heart began to warm, like ice melting in spring. Maybe, just maybe, she was wanted here. Tyler brought her small gifts. A book of poetry. Pressed flowers. A sketch pad for drawing. "I noticed you watched the birds," he said about the sketch pad. "Perhaps you would like to draw them." He noticed things about her. Small things. Important things. At dinner, he asked about her day. He cared about her answers. "The herb garden needs work," Nora said one evening. "Then we shall fix it," Tyler replied. Simple as that. The next morning, gardeners came. They worked where Nora pointed. They listened to her idea. She felt important, valued, heard. Her old life felt like a bad dream now. Cold rooms, cruel words, empty days. This was different. This was good. But late at night, fear crept in. What if it ended? What if he got tired of her? What if Emma came back? Beautiful Emma with her perfect smile. Nora pushed the thoughts away. But they lingered like shadows. She was happy now. Truly happy. But could it last? Section 5, Growth and Learning. Target 700 words. Weeks turned into months. Nora grew stronger each day. Like a flower finally given sunlight. She learned to heal wounds with herbs from the garden. Mrs. Chen taught her which plants helped pain, which ones stopped bleeding. A servant cut his hand on broken glass. Nora cleaned it gently, applied healing paste, wrapped it neatly. "Thank you, miss," he said. "Feels better already." Word spread through the house. Miss Nora could heal things, fix things, help things. She baked bread that rose high and golden, light as air, sweet as honey. Tyler ate 3 slices at breakfast. "Best I have ever tasted," he said. His praise made her glow inside, warm and bright. She learned to keep books for the house, numbers in neat rows, orders for supplies, wages for workers. Her writing was clear. Her math was right. Tyler trusted her with more each week. "You have a gift for this," he said, looking over her work. A gift. Nora had never thought she had gifts before. The local doctor, Dr. James, came to visit. Old man with kind eyes. He saw Nora's herb work, her healing touch. Remarkable, he said. You have natural skill. Would you like to learn more? Tyler nodded. Yes. Before Nora could speak, anything she wishes to learn. So Dr. James brought books. Real medical books with pictures and knowledge. Nora read them hungrily. Like a starved person given food, she learned about bones and blood, about sickness and health, about helping people feel better. Soon servants came to her first when they were hurt. Before calling the doctor, she set a broken finger, treated a bad cough, helped a woman through a difficult birth. She saved my baby, the woman cried. Miss Nora saved us both. People in the village heard about her skills. They came asking for help. Tyler never said no. The door is always open, he told them. Nora felt purpose growing in her chest. Like a seed becoming a tree, she was useful, needed, important. Her hands grew sure and steady. No more shaking, no more fear. She walked straighter now, head up, eyes forward. The mirror showed different things. Same face, but confident now, alive. Tyler saw her glow, her new strength, her growing pride. You are blooming, he said one evening as they walked the garden. Like the roses? Nora asked. Like yourself, Tyler said. Your true self. She did not need beauty to shine. She had something better. She had worth, real worth that came from inside. The servants spoke of her with respect. Miss Nora, this. Miss Nora, that. Not because she was Tyler's choice. Because she earned it. She organized the household smooth as silk. Fixed problems before they grew big. When the cook got sick, Nora ran the kitchen. Meals came out perfect. On time. Delicious. How did you learn all this? Tyler asked, amazed. I watched. I listened. I tried. Nora said simply. But it was more than that. She cared. She paid attention. She wanted to help. Her old family never let her try. Never let her learn. Never let her grow. Here, Tyler encouraged everything. Supported every dream. What else would you like to learn? He asked often. Languages. Music. Art. The world felt full of possibility now. She was not the spare daughter anymore. Not the plain one. Not the shadow. She was Nora. Healer. Helper. Homemaker. She was enough. More than enough. She was valuable. And for the first time in her life, she believed it. Section 6. Emotional connection. Target 700 words. One night in late autumn, rain fell hard against the windows. Wind howled like a lonely wolf. The fire cracked warm in the sitting room. Orange light danced on the wall. Nora sat near the flames, a book in her lap. But she was not reading. She was watching Tyler. He stared into the fire. His face looked sad, distant. Are you well? She asked softly. Tyler turned to her. His eyes held old pain, deep hurt that lived in shadow. Just remembering, he said. Bad memories? He nodded slowly. This was the night, 5 years ago, when they all left. Nora's heart squeezed tight. She knew about loss. Different kind, but loss all the same. She set down her book, moved closer. Not too close, but near. Tell me, she said gently. Tyler's voice came quiet, like secrets shared in darkness. Fever took them, one by one. Mother first, then father, then my sister Anna. His hands clenched tight. I could not save them. I tried, but you were alone, Nora whispered. So alone, Tyler said. Empty house. Silent halls. No laughter. No love. Nora understood empty. She understood silence. I was alone too, she said softly. Different way. But alone. Tyler looked at her then. Really looked. Your family? They saw me as a burden. Mistake. Extra mouth to feed. The words came easier now. Like old wounds finally healing. How could they not see? Tyler asked. Wonder in his voice. See what? Your kindness. Your strength. Your beautiful heart. Nora's breath caught. Beautiful heart. Her heart? They saw only what I was not, Nora said. Not pretty like Emma. Not charming. Not wanted. Their loss, Tyler said fiercely. Their terrible loss. They sat quiet then. Rain against glass. The fire crackled warmly. I feared trusting again, Tyler said after a while. People leave. Hearts break. Why risk it? But you chose me, Nora said. Why? Tyler smiled softly. Real. Because you do not want my title, my money, my name. What do I want? Nora asked, curious. Me, just me. The words hung in the air like music. Nora's hand moved slowly. Careful. Until her fingers brushed his. Tyler went very still, like a deer hearing sounds. Is this all right? Nora whispered. Tyler's hand turned. Palm up. Their fingers laced together. More than all right, he said quietly. His hand was warm, strong, safe. They sat like that as the storm raged outside. Connected, close. I was so scared, Nora confessed. That first day, I thought, this cannot be real. It is real, Tyler said. More real than anything I have known. What if Emma had come alone? What if you had never seen me? Tyler squeezed her hand gently. But I did see you, and you saw me. Past your walls. Past everything. To the man inside. Nora's heart felt so full, it might burst. Like a balloon filled too much with air. I love, she started, then stopped, too scared to finish. What? Tyler asked softly. I love how safe you make me feel. Tyler's eyes went bright. Soft. I love how you make me feel alive again. The words were not quite I love you, but close. So close. A bond grew between them that was more than need, more than an arrangement. It was real, deep, true, something that could last. Something strong, something like love. The fire burned lower, the rain slowed, but they did not move. This moment was perfect, precious, worth holding forever. Two lonely hearts finding each other at last. Two wounded souls beginning to heal. Together. Section 7. Conflict and Secrets. Target, 800 words. Spring arrived with cruel timing. Just as Nora felt truly happy, the past came knocking. Loud banging on the front door. Angry voices in the hall. Nora's family had come. She heard her mother's sharp voice. Her father's heavy steps. Emma's lighter footfall. They pushed past the butler. Invaded like an army. Tyler stood in the doorway. Calm, but his eyes were hard as stone. What is the meaning of this? He asked coldly. Nora's mother sneered. Face twisted with rage and shame. She is a thief, her mother spat. A liar, a cheat. The words hit Nora like slaps. Her old fears rose up, dark and choking. Explain yourself, Tyler said quietly. Dangerous quiet. The contract was for Emma, her father said. Not this nothing girl. Emma stood silent. For once, her perfect smile was gone. She stole Emma's place, her mother continued. Tricked you somehow. Bewitched you. Nora's hands shook. Her chest felt tight, hard to breathe. The old voices in her head started screaming. You are nothing. You are wrong. You do not deserve this. She has no right, her mother hissed. No beauty, no grace, no worth. Tyler stepped forward. His voice cut like a blade. Enough. The single word filled the room. Powerful. Final. Nora has every right. She is my choice. My only choice. But Nora barely heard him. The old poison was in her blood again. The old doubt. What if they were right? What if she was just fooling herself? The whole town laughs. Emma spoke for the first time. A sweet voice turned bitter. They say you chose the wrong sister. The broken one. Nora felt herself shrinking. Getting smaller, like a flower dying. Her family left with more cruel words. More poison. More hate. But the damage was done. That night, Nora sat by her window, staring at nothing. Tyler found her there. Quiet. Small. Broken again. They are wrong, he said softly. Are they? Nora whispered. Look at me. Really look. I am plain. Ordinary. Nothing special. Tyler knelt beside her chair, took her hands gently. Then I must tell you something. A secret I have kept. He went to his desk, pulled out an old letter. Yellow, with a. My mother wrote this before she died. Read it. Nora took the letter with shaking hands. Her writing was faded but clear. My dearest son, I have seen your future in dreams. You will marry not for beauty or status, but for love. True love. Look for the woman with the gentle heart, the healing hands, the quiet strength. She will save your soul as you save hers. Wait for her, my darling boy. She is worth waiting for. Nora's eyes filled with tears. Your mother wrote this 5 years ago, before she died. I promised to wait, to look for the woman she described. Tyler's voice was thick with emotion. Do you not see, Nora? You are her. The gentle heart, the healing hands, the quiet strength. But I am not beautiful. You are beautiful to me, inside and out, where it matters. Nora wanted to believe. But the poison was strong. The town thinks. The town does not know you, does not see your worth. But I do. Tyler pulled out another paper, official looking, Heavy seal. I had this written the day after we met. A new contract. With your name. Not Emma's. Nora stared at the document. Her name in black ink. Legal. Official. Real. But why? You barely knew me. Tyler smiled softly. I knew enough. You helped the servants. You spoke gentle words. You had kind eyes. That was enough. What if I disappoint you? Impossible. But fear lived deep in Nora's heart now. Like a weed with long roots. The gossip in town grew louder. Crueler. People whispered when she passed. Poor Duke. Stuck with the plain sister. What was he thinking? She must have trapped him somehow. Each word was a cut. A doubt. A fear. Nora began to believe them again. Started seeing herself through their eyes. Plain. Wrong. Unworthy. She pulled away from Tyler. Bit by bit. Day by day. She still did her work, but the joy was gone. The light was dim. Tyler saw the change. It broke his heart. But how do you fight old wounds? Old poison? Old lies? How do you prove love when someone cannot love themselves? The conflict was not just outside now. It lived inside Nora's heart. And that was the hardest battle of all. Section 8. Standing strong. Target 700 words. 1 month passed in gray silence. Nora grew smaller each day, like a candle burning out. Tyler watched her fade. His heart broke piece by piece. Then came the town festival. Everyone would be there, including Nora's family. We do not have to go, Tyler said gently. But something stirred in Nora, deep down, small but growing. No, she said quietly. I want to go. Tyler looked surprised. Are you certain? Nora stood straighter. Just a little. Yes. The festival was bright with ribbons and music. People laughed and danced. But when Nora arrived, whispers started. Fingers pointed. Her family stood near the center. Emma in blue silk, perfect as always. They saw Nora coming. Smiled cold smiles. Look, her mother said loudly. The thief arrives. People turned. Stared. Just. Nora's steps slowed. The old fear rose up. But then, she remembered. Mrs. Chen's smile when Nora healed her burned hand. Dr. James saying she had remarkable skill. The woman whose baby she saved. Tyler's gentle words every day. You are beautiful to me. The servants who called her miss, with real respect. All the lives she had touched. All the good she had done. All the love she had given and received. Nora stopped walking. Right in the center of the crowd, her voice came small at first, then stronger. I am not a thief. Her mother laughed harshly. Look at you. Plain little mouse. Speaking up at last. I am not plain. Nora said louder. I am skilled. Gasps from the crowd. No one expected this. I heal people. I help them. I make their lives better. She looked around the crowd. Found faces she knew. Mrs. Rose. I helped birth your son when he came early. Mrs. Rose nodded quickly. You saved us both, miss. Tom Miller. I set your broken arm when Dr. James was away. Tom held up his arm. Strong and straight. Works perfectly now, Miss Nora. More voices joined in. People she had helped, healed, saved. She cured my daughter's fever, fixed my wife's breathing problem, delivered my grandson safe. Nora's voice grew stronger with each testimony. I run a household of 20 people. I keep the books, I plan the meals. I solve problems. She turned to her family. No more fear in her eyes. I am not beautiful like Emma, but I have other gifts. Real gifts. Emma's perfect smile cracked. Gifts? You call that gifts? Yes, Tyler's voice rang out strong. He moved to stand beside Nora. The crowd went silent. The Duke was speaking. She has the gift of healing, of kindness, of strength. Tyler took Nora's hand. Public, proud. She turned my empty house into a home. She brought life back to my heart. He looked at Nora's family with cold eyes. You threw away a treasure, 'cause you could not see past the surface. Nora felt power flowing through her. Real power. True strength. I am not perfect, she said to the crowd. But I am worthy. She looked at her mother. You taught me I was nothing. You were wrong. Her father shifted uncomfortably. Nora, you should not. I should not what? Speak truth? Stand tall? Know my worth? The crowd was with her now, nodding, agreeing. I am Nora. I am a healer. I am Tyler's chosen wife. I am enough. Emma stepped forward. For once she looked small. I am sorry, Emma whispered. The words shocked everyone, including Emma herself. I was jealous when he chose you. I did not understand, but I see now. Emma's eyes were wet with tears. You are better than me. in ways that mattered. Their mother's face went red, then white. She had no words left. The crowd began to clap. Slow at first, then louder, stronger. They were clapping for Nora. For truth. For courage. Tyler squeezed her hand. I am so proud of you. Nora smiled. Really smiled. For the first time in months. She was different now. Stronger now. Ready now. The old Nora was gone. The scared small girl. This was the real Nora. The one who had always been there, waiting to be set free. Section 9. Victory and resolution. Target 700 words. The family left that same day, quiet. Ashamed. Defeated. But Emma lingered behind. She approached Nora carefully, like approaching a wounded animal. May I speak with you? Emma asked softly. Nora nodded, curious more than angry now. They walked to the garden, away from listening ears. I owe you truth, Emma said. Her perfect composure was cracked. Real emotion showed through. I knew, she whispered. When we were children, I knew you were special. Nora looked surprised. What do you mean? You found the lost puppy when no one else could. You always knew when I was sad, even when I hid it. You had gift. Emma's voice broke a little. But mother and father, they only saw surfaces. They taught me to see them too. Why are you telling me this? Because I have been empty inside. Pretty but hollow, like a beautiful shell with nothing inside. Emma touched a rosebush gently. You have substance, worth real beauty that comes from within. She turned to Nora, eyes wet with unshed tears. Tyler saw it immediately. What took me years to understand. Emma, I want to be better. Like you, I want to mean something. The sisters looked at each other. Really looked. Maybe for the first time. You can be, Nora said softly. It is never too late to choose kindness. Emma smiled. Then, small but real. Will you teach me? Nora's heart warmed. If you truly want to learn. They parted that day as friends. Not close yet, but hopeful. The town changed too. People who had whispered cruel things now spoke different words. Have you met Lady Nora? She saved my grandmother's life. Such a kind heart. So skilled with healing. The Duke chose well. Very well indeed. Nora walked with her head high now. Not from pride, but from quiet confidence. She knew her worth. Finally, truly, Tyler saw the change. Joy returned to his eyes. You are magnificent, he told her one evening as they walked the gardens. I am me, Nora replied. Just me. But that is enough. More than enough. You are everything I never dared to hope for. The household ran smoother than ever. Nora's gentle leadership brought out the best in everyone. Servants who had been sullen grew cheerful. Workers who had been careless became precise. She makes us all want to be better, Mrs. Chen said to Tyler. The local doctor asked Nora to be his partner. Your skills surpass mine in many ways, he said. Nora accepted. Her first real profession. Her own work. Her own achievement. Word spread to neighboring towns. People traveled hours to see the healing Duchess. But Nora never let praise go to her head. She remembered being small, being overlooked. She made sure others never felt that way. The young maids were taught to read. The stable boys learned number. Everyone has worth, Nora said. Everyone deserves a chance to grow. Tyler watched all this with deep love, deep pride. His empty house was full now. Full of laughter, full of purpose, full of life. Do you regret it? Nora asked one day. Choosing the plain sister? Tyler cupped her face gently. I did not choose the plain sister. I chose the extraordinary woman. I am not extraordinary. You are to me, you will always be. To me. The old pain was gone from Tyler's eyes, the old emptiness from his heart. Nora had healed more than cuts and fevers. She had healed his soul, and he had healed hers. They were whole now, complete, not because they were perfect, but because they were perfect for each other. The victory was not over her family, not over the town gossips. The victory was over fear, over doubt, over old wounds and cruel lies. The victory was becoming who they were meant to be. Section 10. Happy ending. Target 700 words. 2 years passed, like a gentle river. Slow, peaceful, full of quiet joy. The estate bloomed under Nora's care. Gardens grew wild and beautiful. The house sang with laughter. Nora and Tyler walked the grounds each evening, hand in hand. Hearts joined as one. She wore simple dresses still, but now, by choice, not shame. Her face glowed with health and happiness. Her eyes sparkled with purpose and love. The new school opens next week, Nora said, as they paused by the rose garden. She had started a school for local children. All children, rich and poor together. Mrs. Johnson will teach letters. Dr. James will teach healing. I will teach everything else. Tyler smiled warmly. It will change their lives. Like you changed mine. We changed each other, Nora corrected softly. The healing clinic thrived. People came from 3 counties to see Lady Nora. But she never charged the poor, never turned away the desperate. Healing is a gift, she said. Gifts should be shared. Young women came to learn from her. How to heal, how to help, how to be strong. You do not need to be beautiful, Nora taught them. You need to be useful, to be kind, to be brave. She was training a new generation, girls who would know their worth from the start. Emma visited often now. She had changed much, grown in ways that mattered. She worked with orphans in the city. She used her beauty now for good purposes. You were right, Emma told Nora. Real beauty comes from what you do, not how you look. The sisters were close now. True friends. The way sisters should be. Their parents had grown quiet, less cruel. Age and regret had softened them. They never apologized with words. But they looked at Nora differently now, with respect, with wonder, with something like pride. Tyler's estate prospered. Happy workers were good workers. But more than that, it became a place of refuge, of healing, of hope. People came broken and left whole. Like we did, Tyler said to Nora one night, as they sat by their fire. The same fire where they first shared their pain, their fears, their heart. Do you ever miss it? Nora asked. The quiet life? Before all this? Tyler considered carefully. I miss the peace sometimes, but not the emptiness. He pulled her closer. You filled all the empty spaces, made everything bright. A soft cry came from upstairs. Their son, baby James, was waking. Nora rose to go to him. But Tyler caught her hand. Let me, he said gently. He loved caring for their child. This miracle they had made together. Nora watched him go. Her heart was full to bursting. She had everything now. Love, purpose, family, respect. But more than that, she had herself, her true self. Finally free. The maid Sarah appeared in the doorway. Older now, but still kind. Your Grace, Sarah said with a warm smile. Just Nora, Sarah. Always just Nora. I wanted to say, we all see it. You know. See what? How far you have come. How strong you grew. How you changed everything. Sarah's eyes were bright with tears. You saved us all. Not just with healing, but with hope. Hope? That plain girls can be extraordinary. That quiet strength matters. That kindness wins. Tyler returned with baby James. Sweet boy with his father's dark hair and his mother's gentle eyes. The baby reached for Nora, smiled wide. Pure love in his tiny face. He knows he is loved, Tyler said softly. As we all should know, Nora replied. She looked around their sitting room, fire crackling, family close, hearts full. The girl who once sat in a cold gray room was gone forever. This was Nora now, healer, teacher, mother, wife, leader, friend. She was beloved. She was respected. She was strong, but most important of all, she was free. Free from old wounds, free from cruel voices, free from small dreams, free to be exactly who she was meant to be. The mirror in their bedroom showed her truth each morning. Not a plain girl anymore, but a woman of worth, of substance, of deep, real beauty. Tyler saw it. Their son saw it. The whole world saw it now. But best of all, Nora saw it too, and she would never ever forget again. Their love story was complete, but their life together was just beginning. Forever and always, they would choose each other. Forever and always, they would be enough.